Regarding your self-care, behavioral science consistently shows that small, repeatable actions are far more likely to stick than trying to overhaul your whole routine. If self-care hasn't stuck for you, it's probably not because you lack discipline. For a lot of us, taking care of ourselves actually feels kind of uncomfortable. We're used to pushing through, staying busy, putting ourselves last. When we try to suddenly change everything, it doesn't usually stick. Your brain doesn't respond to big, sudden changes. Instead of trying to do everything, we're going to simplify. I'm Christian. I'm an acupuncturist and detox expert, and I help people support their body and spirit in simple, practical ways. Self-care isn't about doing more. It's about doing small things consistently in a way that actually works with your body and your schedule. Most people think self-care is something they'll get to when life calms down, when things are less busy, when they have more time. But it's usually when we feel overwhelmed or stressed, or if we're dealing with grief, that self-care actually matters the most. One of the simplest systems I use and recommend is this. Just aim for 3 small self-care actions per day to begin. Not 10, not perfect, just 3, and then we will build from there. Because when you support your body throughout the day, instead of waiting until you're overwhelmed, your nervous system starts to respond differently. All right, so let me give you some real practical ways to do this. One simple place to start is getting light early in the morning. Step outside first thing in the morning or stand by a window with the sun directly on your face, even for 1 minute. Research shows that natural light helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which affects your energy, your mood all day long, and your sleep the next night. Another helpful shift is not grabbing your phone first thing. Before you reach for it, do one thing for yourself, even just 10 slow breaths, a simple stretch, or a short moment of stillness. Otherwise, your attention is gone before your day even started. You can also build self-care onto things you already do. After your coffee, step outside, get some fresh air. After brushing your teeth, take a few slow breaths. This works because your brain already recognizes the existing habit, and it's easier to stack habits on top of other habits. Protecting your time is another big one. If you don't protect your time, no one else will. Self-care isn't always about adding something. It's not giving all your time away that's going to help you. Even leaving a little space between things you have in your schedule can make a difference. For a lot of us, learning to say no is part of that. We don't want to disappoint. I get it. We overextend. But even saying something simple like, I don't have the space for that right now, can protect your energy. It also helps to keep things small. Your body doesn't need big resets. It responds better to small, consistent signals of safety. Even 1 minute of breathing, like I said, can shift your nervous system. Your environment also matters. It shapes your behavior more than we realize. Keeping water nearby, putting your phone out of reach at night when you sleep, or creating a space where you can pause or meditate all make self-care easier without relying on willpower. Digital boundaries are another important piece. The average person checks their phone around 100 times a day. That's constant stimulation. Even small shifts like not checking your phone first thing in the morning or keeping it in another room at night or at least out of reach gives your brain space to reset. Making space for quiet is another big one. Your brain actually needs quiet time to function properly. Without it, your nervous system stays constantly activated. Even just a few minutes of stillness can help your body reset. And movement. Movement doesn't have to be intense either. Your body responds to consistent movement. Walking, stretching, or just getting up and moving throughout the day helps circulation, reduces tension, and supports your nervous system. Setting a timer each hour at work and getting up and walking around will change the way you think and feel. And it doesn't take long. Now, here's the part most people don't want to talk about. Rest can feel kind of uncomfortable, even when you're tired. There's a part of us that feels like we should be doing something, being productive, catching up, staying busy, feeling guilty about what we're not doing. But rest isn't something we have to earn. It's something our bodies need. And if we don't allow for it, our bodies eventually force it through fatigue, burnout, or even sometimes getting sick. When life gets busy or difficult, that's not when you stop taking care of yourself. That's when you simplify. One small thing, one moment. Because self-care isn't about perfect condition. It's about staying connected to yourself, especially when things get tough.